Oh man, oh my. Something actually good happened at Hendrick Motorsports for once since the 2016 championship. My, we have big Hendrick news at Hendrick Motorsports to talk about. That one of the final big pieces in silly season has officially fallen. It has been officially announced earlier Wednesday afternoon during the NASCAR record 72-hour rain delay. We get a big bombshell announcement. This was probably one of the worst kept secrets in silly season this year. I think this was inevitable that this was going to happen. And here we are, finally announced. It has been announced today that Kyle Larson will be officially joining Hendrick Motorsports as the fourth driver at Hendrick, taking over the 5 car, and as the 5 will be making its return to the Cup Series. Of course, the 5 car will be formerly the 88 car. So in other words, folks, meet Jimmy Johnson's real replacement. All I gotta say is, Hendrick really hit the nail on this one. Hendrick Motorsports needed a blue chip talent caliber driver to replace 7-time Jimmy Johnson. And Hendrick hit the nail right on it. Like Kyle Larson, he's a generational talent. A once-in-a-generation talent. He's that one talented driver you see once every generation. Larson's that guy. Larson has a lot of potential. He's very fast at whatever he goes in. Like you saw Ganassi, he single-handedly was carrying Ganassi to relevance. Because notice how when Larson was fired from the 42 car went immediately down a wood chipper. Only for it to be stuck halfway through and the dead corpse to be feasted on by maggots. So now with this, we're now going to truly know, was Kyle Larson truly being held back at Ganassi? Or was Larson not as good as everybody hyped it? I honestly feel like Larson was held back by Ganassi for so many years from his true potential. Because the car he was in, it was around a top 15, top 20 car in the 42. But but with how talented Larson is with anything behind a wheel, especially in dirt racing, for sure, Larson was able to take that 15, 20 place car and could make it contend for wins in top 5s and top 10s. So yeah, now that Larson is finally freed from the hell of Ganassi, Kyle Larson will now finally get to be on a real team. And now we get Larson that is now full potential. So with this, it pretty much means the Hendrick retooling has now been complete. The retooling Hendrick's been under ever since 2017. Like, pretty much ever since Jimmy won that 7th championship, Hendrick's went on to a retooling phase to try and rebuild everything up. Since Hendrick was starting to fall behind the Fords and the Toyotas, especially the Chevys, mainly the Camaro not being as good as advertised. Like with Larson at Hendrick, you got with that Hendrick Motorsports, you now have 2 of the top youngest drivers in the sport now on your squad, in Kyle Larson and Chase Elliott. And you've had Alex Bowman, who was starting to come into his own here. And William Byron, he hasn't got there yet, but now Byron has his old truck series crew chief from KBM. So now there's potential for Byron to rebound and get up to where he was when he was coming up through the ranks. Like, I truly think with Larson here, Larson is going to win a championship with Hendrick. And I think Chase Elliott also wins a championship with Hendrick Motorsports. Like, I think this is a great day for Hendrick Motorsports. It's a great day for all the Hendrick fans. We get another blue chip talent driver coming to Hendrick to help join the legacy of great drivers that have come to Hendrick Motorsports. From the Jeff Gordons, to the Jimmy Johnsons, to the Terry Labonis, to the Casey Canes, to the Dale Juniors, and yeah, the list goes on and on and on, even the Mark Martins. And Larson also adds on to the legacy of the 5 car at Hendrick Motorsports. You know, a car that's been driven by the likes of Jeff Bodine, Ricky Rudd, the Iceman Terry Labonte. You even throw in Kyle Busch, even started his career in that 5 car. You also had the 1 year with Casey Mears in the 5 car. Then you had Mark Martin and Casey Kane in there. And now, Kyle Larson. I'll be honest here. I think this is going to be the start of another Hendrick Motorsports dynasty. I think this is going to be Dynasty 3.0. Because with this lineup, Hendrick has this young, talented lineup. It's not a question of if Hendrick wins another championship with this lineup. It's going to be a question of how many championships. And I feel like it's going to be multiple titles. Especially mainly between Chase Elliott and Kyle Larson. And in order to have a dynasty in sports, you need to win 3 titles within a 10-year span. Hendrick's done that multiple times. Like, the first dynasty Hendrick had was with Jeff Gordon's 4 championships and Terry Labonte's 1996 title. And Dynasty 2.0 was Jimmy Johnson's straight dominance. Especially when Jimmy won 6 championships within an 8-year span. The 7th title just missed out. It was like year 11. I don't know if we count 7 and 11 as a dynasty. I don't know, up to you if you want to count 7 titles in 11 years as a dynasty. But yeah, now Dynasty 3.0 is getting ready to commence. Now the question is, what will Hendrick Motorsports do in 2021, especially with the Gen 7 coming in 2022? Does Hendrick throw everything at 2021 and trying to show that they're back? Or does Hendrick intentionally sandbag in 2021 and put all the focus and resources and attention on the Gen 7 for 2022 and try and get a leg up on the competition? Because I feel like a lot of teams are just going to sandbag and just focus on the Gen 7, try and get a leg up on the competition. You know, try and get that advantage over everybody else. But yeah, this is a great day for Hendrick Motorsports. I really love this signing. You know, I didn't think there has been rumors about it for years that this was coming. I didn't think it actually happened. Here we are. Like, I've been begging Ganassi the last couple years to release Kyle Larson so Larson can go be on a real team since Ganassi's been wasting his career. I didn't think the real team would be Hendrick Motorsports. Here we are, though. Now Larson, after years of being held back and wasted at Ganassi, Larson finally gets a shot at a real team. And of course, there's also been a lot of stories about this coming up to what's pretty much led to this moment. You know, of course, Kyle Larson, of course, growing up throughout his childhood as a Jeff Gordon fan as a kid. Now Larson gets to join the team that his childhood hero put on the map and made famous and became a legend with in Jeff Gordon. And of course, also, there was a story that came out a couple weeks ago when Jeff Gordon had talked about how when he was retiring after 2015, originally, Jeff Gordon wanted Kyle Larson to be his replacement in the 24 in 2016, not Chase Elliott. But Rick Hendrick wanted Chase Elliott in the 24 car since Larson was still under contract, with Ganassi still at the time for a couple more years. But 5 years later, since Gordon's retirement, everything worked out well for both parties. Since now Rick Hendrick has Chase Elliott in probably the best ride at Hendrick Motorsports in the 9 car, and now you have Kyle Larson coming to Hendrick. So yeah, all I say to everybody, to all the Gibbs fans, to all the SHR fans, to all the Penske fans, to all the Ganassi fans, and to all the RCR and Roush family fans, and especially to all the Busch sexuals, did you miss us? 'Cause guess what? We're back. And this time, this dynasty ain't gonna end. Dynasty 3.0 will also be known as the never-ending dynasty. Hail the new Hendrick Motorsports. It's a new era at Hendrick's. So yeah, this signing, that shit awesome to me. But yeah, just thought I'd give my quick thoughts on Larson coming to Hendrick Motorsports in the 5-car. Now, it's going to be a tough now with Jimmy Johnson retiring. I've been debating about who's going to be my next favorite driver, because I've been leaning more toward Chase Elliott, but Kyle Larson might sway me that way. Like Larson, Larson fucked up saying the N-word on an iRacing stream, but you know what? Yeah, Larson fucked up, but, he didn't deserve to lose his career over it. Like, hey, at the end of the day, we're all human. We all make mistakes. Granted, you should never say the N-word, period, at all. But yeah, Larson, he deserved a second chance, and Rick Hendrick was able to give him that second chance, and Chevrolet was able to really help that too. But for Larson shouldn't have issues getting sponsorship. With how talented he is, he should be able to get sponsors easily, because Larson can expand your brand easily. But it's going to be tough really to get sponsors, since everyone wants to go to Bubba Wallace right now. And the asshole of sponsors, Bubba's gone as of late since June. But yeah, of course, for Larson, I honestly think Larson's going to win at least 2 races next year. I think Larson will win the Homestead race, and I think he'll win the Bristol dirt race. The dirt race at Bristol's going to be interesting. And the way Larson drives at Bristol and his driving style, that's going to fit right up his wheelhouse. And I think Larson wins Homestead simply because Homestead's no longer the championship race. And I feel, Larson's has had a race-winning car at Homestead since 2015. But I think Larson hasn't been able to finish the deal there because simply he chose not to race hard and just let the championship contenders race for the win out of respect. Understandable. Since he didn't want to interfere in the championship battle. So yeah, Hendrick fans, get ready for more glory in the future. It's been a rough couple years with the Chevrolets falling behind, but now with Larson coming to being the 4th driver at Hendrick, and now with the new alliance between Hendrick and RCR with Chevrolet, the two rival teams now becoming technical allies. Everything's going to be coming up back on the up. The Gibbs and the Penske's and the SHRs had their fun for a couple of years. But they got their reins. Now it's time for them to pay up. It's time for Hendrick to show who the real kings of NASCAR are. Especially the Bush Sexuals. They've been getting out of line as of late. Now it's time to put them back in their place and show them who Daddy is. Now may the real Kyle please stand up. Please stand up. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. Hope everyone's a great day. I'm gonna enjoy Larson at Hendrick. It's gonna be a great 2021 and beyond. Hail the new C-Rad, and thank God 2020 is almost over. There's a lot to look forward to now in 2021.
So long, man. Have a good rest.
Fuck you!